guys, today I'm here to do my October reading wrap-up. I have finally gotten out of my reading slump and I read quite a few books last month. Some of them are rather short and some of them were graphic novels, but I still got through quite a bit, and I'm just so glad that I'm finally getting out of this reading slump. So the first book that I read in October was Fort Building Time. This is written by Rachel Wagner's sister. Rachel Wagner is another YouTuber on here, and I've been trying to support her sister by reading her books when they come to my library. I didn't realize that this one had come out, so I picked this one up, and it was a really cute book. It is a children's picture book, and it has a lot of cute illustrations in it, just about like building forts, and I thought it was a really cute book, and I gave this 3 stars. Next, I read Out of Sorts. I had actually started this a couple months ago and finally finished it in October. I really love this book, and it could have been a quick read if I wasn't in a reading slump. I could have finished it in probably a day or two, but it did take me about a month to read. I picked this up because I liked the cover of it, and it sounded really good when I read the synopsis. This is about a grumpy old man whose daughter says that he's going to have to move into an assisted living, and he doesn't want to, so him and a girl from upstairs decide to kind of pull his life back together so he doesn't have to go. I just really love this book. It was very reminiscent of Frederick Bachman books, and I gave this one 5 stars. I definitely recommend picking this up if you're into those kind of books. Next, I read Sea Prayer. This is by the author of The Kite Runner. This is a graphic novel about refugees, and it's kind of like a prayer in letter form from a father to a son, and it's them traveling by boat from Syria. This was really fantastic and very heartbreaking. It was super short, so if you guys can get your hands on this book, I definitely recommend picking it up, and I gave this 4 stars. Next, I picked up If Cats Disappeared from the World. I just recently bought this. This is by a Japanese author, and apparently it's very popular in Japan. This is a very short book, and it's about a man who's dying, and the devil comes and says that he will give him another day to live if he gets rid of something else in the world. I just really loved the concept of this book, and it was very touching. There's so much more to the story than just the devil coming and telling him that he needs to get rid of things. It's him struggling with knowing that he's going to die, and he has to decide if he wants to get rid of these things in the world. I'm not very good at describing this, but I definitely recommend that you guys pick this one up. I gave this 4 stars. Next, I picked up The Best We Could Do. This is another graphic novel. I was talking with the Poptimist here on YouTube, and he recommended this graphic novel to me. This is not something that I would normally pick up, but I'm really glad that I tried it. This is about a family in the 70s who live in Vietnam during the Vietnam War, and they're trying to come to America. Again, another really sad story, but it was extremely interesting to see their side of the story. I really didn't know a lot about Vietnam, and this was really interesting. And since it was in graphic novel form, I did get through it really quickly, and I gave this 4 stars. I picked up another graphic novel in October, and that was the 8th book in the Amulet series. This is called Supernova. I actually didn't know that there was another book in this series out yet. I absolutely loved this series a few years ago. I think I've given most of them 5 stars. This is a middle grade fantasy graphic novel, which is a lot of things that I don't really care about, but I absolutely love this series. Unfortunately, I do think I've pretty much grown out of this series. I didn't really remember most of the characters in this because I hadn't read it in so long, but it was still pretty enjoyable, and the illustrations in these books are absolutely beautiful. But I gave this 3 stars. And the last book that I completed in October was Good Me, Bad Me. I heard this on someone else's channel and it sounded right up my alley. This is about a young girl whose mother is a serial killer, and it's her staying with a new family in a foster home while she awaits having to go to trial over her mother's murders. I really enjoyed this. It did take me longer to get through than I wanted it to just because I was in a reading slump. But I listened to this on audio and I really enjoyed the narrator for it, and I gave this one 4 stars. Okay, so those were the books that I completed in October. I have started a few more that I haven't finished yet, so hopefully those will be in my November wrap-up. Overall, I thought it was a really good reading month. I'm so glad to finally get back into reading. Let me know if you read any of these books and what you thought of them. Also, let me know what your favorite book was that you read in October, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!